All right, welcome in to another edition of the High School Blitz podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Lowe. Next to me, he is not my co-host due to legal reasons, but he is my best friend on the show. He is from the Gazette-Mail, Ryan Pritt, and joining us is Cabell Midland head football coach Luke Salmons. Coach, welcome back to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys having me.
So let's start by talking about, before we get to your first game there with South, let's start talking about this color code situation and how it's kind of affected your team. I mean, COVID's been one thing, going through the phases and the practices and getting through that. But take us through the journey, because I didn't talk to you during the summer. So kind of take us through how summer was, getting through the phases and practices, and then kind of going through this color code situation.
It was really tough to be away from the kids when they shut us down. We had a great off season. Our kids really do good in off season. We take a lot of pride in that. We feel like we win games with that. And so when we weren't able to do that, that was really crappy, because it's like an everyday thing for our kids, and it's important. So we got shut down there, and then they allowed us to start training again, and we had to go through different hoops, but it was worth it. The kids responded very well. They were all there. They all did a good job of what they needed to do. Then we still really didn't know as the season drew closer if we were going to play or not. So, we just stayed focused on what we could, control, and that was our team. And we didn't talk a lot about it to our kids. We just said, you got to be ready to play at any time. And so it was good. I mean, it was great just training, just being around them, because when you coach and you run a program, every day is important. It's important to be around your kids and talk to them, see what's going on in their lives or family or anything like that. So just being around them was huge. And, we built some momentum. And then as we drew closer to the season, we really didn't know a lot going on. So we just had to focus on us and whatever was dealt our way, we dealt with. So, and when we started to play, we were going to scrimmage, we were allowed one scrimmage or whatever, and they came out with that. Then one scrimmage was, it was canceled, and, we couldn't find a team to scrimmage us. Really couldn't find anybody. It was tough. We usually go out of state to scrimmage, and Kentucky hadn't started yet, so we couldn't scrimmage there. Ohio didn't, need a scrimmage, so we were very limited. So then, we started, so we didn't scrimmage, and we're getting ready to play Riverside, and they, we're in Orange, of course, Kanawha County. So, of course, we moved to the next week, and that's, so we tried to find a scrimmage, try to find a game. We got news from a few people on Wednesday that Parkersburg South and Bridgeport might be open. The defense coordinator at Bridgeport I grew up with, Adam King, so I called him, I called South, and they agreed to play. So we were kind of stuck out again. And so I kept pushing, and then South said, we'll play you guys because Bridgeport wants to play on Saturday and the senior night for our kids if something changes. So it's back and forth. And then more or less on Friday morning, we actually got Fairmont to scrimmages because they haven't had a scrimmage. So Friday came, and we got a bus, and we said we'll go at 2:00. Took all the kids 3 buses and left at 9. And right before we got on the bus, my son gave me the phone and says, South's calling you. So they said, we're hearing from that the governor might not allow, Montagallo to play. And so I said, well, just let us know, we'll still come. And then about 12:30, we're on our way to Fairmont. And he said, no, it's dead in the water. You guys have fun at your scrimmage. We're playing University. And I said, okay. So didn't think about it anymore. And then we get there, and we're literally warming up. And next thing you know, here kind of just getting ready to do warm-ups or whatever, getting ready to take the field. And South calls again and says, can you come here? So I said yes. And so we took one bus to South, about 30 kids, and played about 50, 60 kids at Fairmont. And it was there was a lot of transition, and parents didn't know what was going on. And it was overwhelming. It was crazy. But, my biggest thing was just give the kids an opportunity to play because, if you're given a week, you gotta do everything you can. It's different. You can't worry about, are you prepared or whatever. You kind of just got to play. And it's a lot different what we're used to, but that's the hand we're dealt. We're just blessed that we can play.